So, I'm on a plane a lot. I think many of you can relate that my work takes me to Oahu and beyond, so I'm always traveling. And when I'm on a plane, I must have a very friendly face because people love to wala'au with me. And what's the first thing people ask? Where are you from? So my ohana and I moved to Waimea in 2015. It was a dream of ours for mine and my husband to raise our daughters in Waimea. And Waimea is the only home that they've ever known. So I say, I'm from Waimea. And they say, oh, Waimea. Waimea is so beautiful. When I retire, I want to live in Waimea. And I get it. You know, this is God's country. And we are so, so blessed to be able to live here. And then, yes, we are. And then they ask, oh, did you grow up there? And I say, oh no, I actually grew up in Kaʻu. And then I get one of two reactions. One is, oh, Kaʻu, you grew up in Kaʻu? And the other one is, where? Is that Hilo or is that Kona? And so depending on how long the flight is, I get to tell them a little bit about where I'm from. That Kaʻu is on the south side of Moʻokuʻauhau, that I am a proud graduate of Kaʻu High School, class of 2001. My parents graduated from Kaʻu High School. They're actually high school sweethearts. And many, many generations of my family are from Kaʻu. And yes, we have this reputation of being a little rough around the edges, a little country, a little rugged, but that's because we had to be. There's this olelo no'eau that goes, he a'ali'i kumakani maiau, a'ohe makani nāna e kulai. I'm a wind withstanding a'ali'i. No wind can topple me over. You know, we're out there far away from everybody else. We got the wind, we got the dangerous coastline, we got Kilauea erupting right next to us. And the people from Kaʻu, they are fierce. They are fierce about protecting their place and about protecting each other. And if you have been watching the news, you know that it's going on right now, that they're protecting Punalu'u, which is my home beach. But I'm proud to be from there. I asked my dad one time, Dad, I know we're from Kaʻu, but like, where are we from before that? And my dad goes, nope, we are from Kaʻu. After I left Kaʻu, I spent the next couple of decades grinding it out. I was laser focused on building my career, building my businesses, focused on making money, being successful. I got to work with, as a filmmaker, I got to work with some of the biggest brands out there, like Google and Microsoft and Four Seasons and Facebook. In the back of my mind, I thought, you know, one day, I will make films about things that I really care about, like place, like culture, like ike kupuna. But at the time, I was just too busy, so that just got put on the back burner. Until one day, that little whisper turned into a shout. This was about 1.5 years ago, and I dropped everything to make Hometown Legends. Hometown Legends is my first documentary film, and it's about 5 legendary kupuna from Hawaii Island, and about the ancestral wisdom that was passed down to them. Hometown Legends for me was a stretch goal. I've never done anything like this before, and honestly, I was unsure that I would even be able to pull it off. So leading up to production every day, I went outside, got my feet in the ground, faced Mauna Kea, and I asked my kupuna to help me. I did this every day for 30 days. And magically, Hometown Legends came together. It was a success. And I remember the day of their premiere, which we premiered it right here at Kahilu Theater. I I remember the morning of the premiere, I was just like laying in bed, looking at Mauna Kea and just feeling so grateful that I finally did the thing that I've been talking about doing. And I saw my grandma and grandpa Akamu. I saw their faces, and I saw many other people behind them. And I didn't recognize them, but I knew that that was my ohana. And they're just looking at me and saying, "You did good." One of the best things about Hometown Legends was that I got to do it with my family. So my daughters, they started weaving with Auntie Shirley, weaving Lauhala. She was part of our film. And Peter and my girls, they went all around the island with me, every single showing, even outside of the island. They watched it over and over and over again. And actually earlier this year, it was Haley's turn to make a film. So Haley is my oldest daughter, and she is a 5th grader at Hawaii Preparatory Academy. And in the 5th grade, they have an opportunity to do a capstone. Actually, Dagan was her capstone teacher. And the topic this year was a turning point in history. So Haley, very curious about her culture and how it relates to our family, she picked the Great Mahele. The Great Mahele was a giant historic event in Hawaiian history where the land got divided and the land got privatized. And sadly, only about 1% of the maka'inana, or the commoners, got any kuleana land. So as part of her project, we, as a family, went on this journey to find out if our family got any kuleana land. Fortunately, my auntie Loke Kahiapo put together this family genealogy. It took her 30 years to put this together, but it is 132 pages of names of my ancestors and my ohana that go back 12 generations, all the way back to the 1600s. So we were able to match up the name of my family during the Great Mahele, during the 1800s. At that time, my family name was Ma'ele. So there's this really cool database online. You type in the name, and so we typed in Ma'ele, and there it was. Our family was awarded 432 acres of land in Kukui'opai, which is a ahupua'a in South Kona. It's a little above Miloli'i and below Honaunau. This was a crazy discovery. I mean, we even had scanned documents of the signed contracts signed by my family that we found online. And I had not known about this. My dad didn't know, his siblings. But it got me thinking about, where are you from? My whole life I thought, I'm from Kaʻu. My kupuna are from Kaʻu. Their bones are buried in Kaʻu. When I am on the beach picking up pihi with my dad, I imagine my kupuna doing the same thing for hundreds of years. When I'm driving through Hilo past Mountain View into Kaʻu, I can feel it in my bones that I am home. And Kaʻu is my sacred place. But now, Kukui'opai is my sacred place. And if I thumb through this book, I see that my ohana, we're from all over. I have ohana in Hilo, in Kona, in Kohala, in Waimea. So the bones of my ancestors are everywhere. It's all sacred, all of it, even outside of Hawaii. There's that quote, "I walk on the bones of my ancestors." And it's true that they're around us and in us always. So that question, where are you from? And why does it matter? I think that where you're from, it is our identity, it's who we are. Moʻokuʻauhau to the Hawaiians and the Polynesians and indigenous people. Moʻokuʻauhau, or our lineage or our genealogy. It is of the utmost importance. Actually, back in the day, our ali'i had multiple people on their staff that their only job was to know the chief's moʻokuʻauhau, to memorize it and to recite it and to chant it. And that was their only job. because there's power in Moʻokuʻauhau. I learned recently that, Moʻokuʻauhau is not just something, remembering our ancestors is not just something that we do to honor them or to remember them, but actually saying their names out loud, it activates them. It activates their spirit, their mana, and the essence of who they are, and it becomes a part of us. So I wanted to try something tonight, but I need your help. Every now and then, especially if I'm going through a hard time, I think, man, if I only had a moment, even if just a moment with my grandma, I wonder what she would say right now. If I need strength, I think about my grandpa. If I need some joy, I think about that crazy auntie. But the cool thing is that we can actually do that. We can actually access them. So I would like all of us in the room tonight to think about somebody that has passed, that we love, that we miss, that we would like to call in tonight. And so think about them, think about their name, and on the count of 3, we're gonna say their names together. And if you've ever seen a Hawaiian chanting, the kumulipo or any Moʻokuʻauhau, they're not chanting it as a whisper. They're chanting it from their na'au. There's power in it. So when you say their name, say it with power. You got their name? I'm gonna step away from the mic. Okay. 1, 2, 3. James Akama. Wow, that was crazy. Oh my gosh. That just gave me chicken skin. Sorry, just give me a moment. Thank you for being a part of that. Where are you from? I think that's only part of the story. I think we need to be asking ourselves, where are we going? I used to travel a lot for work and to explore and to gain experiences. But now when I'm away, I notice that I'm rushing to get home because I want to be here. I want to be home. I want to be building community. I want to be working on my land, working in the aina, being a part and making decisions that will affect our future generation. I want to be capturing ike kupuna before it's too late. That's where I'm going. So that 12 generations from now, that when somebody asks my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchild, where are you from? That they can say, I'm from Hawaii. Mahalo.